In this video, I'm going to go over the best exercises for erectile dysfunction, including one that has over a 75% success rate. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over 3 easy exercises that can give long-lasting improvement for erectile dysfunction. A note about these exercises: while each one will focus on a different way to help improve erectile dysfunction, they are meant to work together. So to get the best results, use all 3. With that being said, let's get started. So let's get to the frank and the beans of the situation by targeting the muscle that is responsible for getting and maintaining an erection. In fact, there was a study done in 2005 that showed that over 75% of the participants either had their erectile dysfunction go away completely or had significant improvement by strengthening this one muscle. Pretty nice, huh? If you would like to read into this, I will leave a link in this video's comment section and description to this study. But this muscle is known as the Bulbospongiosus or the bulbocavernosus muscle, and it lies right at the base of the penis, right in the pelvic floor. Its function is to bring blood flow into the penis to create and maintain an erection, and it also aids in proper ejaculation. So you can imagine if this muscle is weak, it's going to be pretty hard to maintain an erection during sex. So an easy way to tell if this muscle is weak is the next time that you're urinating, what you want to do is just clamp down and close it off midstream. If you struggle to hold this for more than 5 seconds, or you really feel like it's just kind of sputtering while you do this, the odds are that muscle is weak and needs to be strengthened. So here's a really easy exercise that you can do daily to help with that. And you can do this exercise pretty much standing, seated, any position you like. I'm going to show how to do it seated. What we're going to do is break it down into steps. I really want to make this nice and easy for you. So what we're going to do is take a deep breath in, and then we're going to let it all the way out. Once you've done that, what you're going to do is then mimic clamping down while urinating. Really try to squeeze down on that. You should really feel that muscle right around the base of the penis into the scrotum start to fire. You want to hold that comfortably and do the best you can for 5 seconds. So we're just going to breathe in, breathe out, clamp down, hold that for 5 seconds, and then you're going to release it. Do that a couple times. What we want to do is create a mind-body reaction so this becomes a very natural movement. So once you feel that that's pretty natural, what we're going to do is then build into some more movements to make sure that we're really targeting that muscle. So the next part of this exercise is to clamp down with your anus like you're clamping down trying to stop defecating. I know this is pretty graphic, but there's no other way to really explain it. So what we're going to do is breathe in, we're going to breathe out, we're going to clamp down like we're stopping urinating, and we're also going to clamp down with the anus to try to stop defecating. At this point, you should feel a lot more muscles engage. Hold that one for 5 seconds, release. The last movement is probably the most tricky. What we're going to do is clamp down with urination, we're going to clamp down while defecating, and we're also going to focus right at the testicles, right at the scrotum there, and try to just drive and pull that up straight up towards the body. An easy way to really help with this is to roll up a large towel and put it right underneath your scrotum, right at the testicles, so you kind of get a feel for it, and it makes it where you're able to focus on that area a little bit more and drive that up. So again, the whole process, we're going to take a deep breath in, we're going to let it out, we're going to clamp down while urinating, we're going to clamp down while defecating, and then we're going to try to pull our scrotum and testicles upward towards the body and hold that comfortably for 5 seconds. You want to try to build into this for 20 repetitions and do this at least 3 times a day, but you can do it more if you feel comfortable. And my best advice too is I would try to switch up the positions that you do this, because there's a lot of different positions in sex. We want to make sure to cover all bases. So I would focus on doing this seated, I would focus on doing this standing, laying down in bed, floor, whatever you can think of. Really just focus on trying to engage those muscles differently as much as you can. So let's take this exercise to the next level and focus a little bit more on the pelvic floor and the muscles that help support the back, because we want everything nice and strong to help with erectile dysfunction. So with these exercises, we're going to focus more on having good flexibility and also helping to eliminate pains throughout the hips and the back. You can imagine if you're dealing with back pain or if you're stiff in the wrong spots, it's going to be pretty hard to have sex or maintain an erection. So here's a really easy exercise that you can do to help loosen everything up. We're going to lie flat on our back. You can do this one in bed or on a floor. What you want is your legs roughly about hip width apart, knees bent, feet flat. Just have everything nice and relaxed around the hips and the legs. From here, what you're going to do is brace your core muscles and activate the pelvic floor muscles. Imagine somebody taking a couple fingers and poking you in your stomach. You know how you tighten up? Mimic that and hold it during this exercise. From here, what you're going to do is take your hands and put them right on your hips. This is known as a pelvic rocker, one of the best exercises you can do for lower back pain and also to help activate the pelvic floor muscles. What you're going to do is pretty much rock your hips forward. It's like taking your tailbone, scooping it forward like this, upward towards your stomach. Really focus on just trying to scoop forward like this as much as you can. You should feel a ton of muscles start to fire around the pelvis into the lower back. Hold this comfortably for a second or two, and then what you're going to do is go in reverse. Rock downward. So take your tailbone and try to press it down into the bed or the floor. Again, holding this for a second or two. And you're just going to repeat this process over and over again. I like to do it about 10 to 15 times in both directions. And then from there, if it feels like you have a little bit more energy or you feel like there's a little bit more tightness, try to throw some more repetitions in. This is just a really good thing to do every single day to keep everything loose and hopefully get rid of a lot of pain. So from here, what we're going to focus on is doing a little bit more strengthening, especially with the glutes. If your hips and your back are weak, again, it's going to be pretty hard to have sex and maintain an erection. So this one is what I call the testicular bridge. I don't know why I call it that. I guess it's just very fitting. What we're going to do is try to mimic that first exercise that we did earlier. So what I'm going to do is brace my core muscles, and then I'm going to squeeze down like I'm stopping the flow of urination to really make sure that I'm activating the Bulbospongiosus muscle. From there, you're going to clamp down with your anus to try to stop defecating, and then you're going to draw your testicles upward into the body. Once you have that set, what you want to do is take your heels, press down with them into the bed or the floor, and then you're just going to lift your hips upward towards the ceiling. You should feel a ton of muscles start to fire as you do this. The goal is to get your body in a straight line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. If you're unable to do this, like you can only go up a little bit because of weakness or pain, do the best you can. Hopefully over time you'll gain strength and flexibility to do this. You want to hold this comfortably for 5 seconds, and then you're going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this 10 to 15 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, try to throw in another set or two. So one of the best things that you can do to help erectile dysfunction is to become more active. Start exercising. When it comes to getting and maintaining an erection, it's all about proper blood flow. So getting into the gym, even walking around the neighborhood, getting 10,000 steps in a day can have dramatic results. It's all about working our heart and our cardiovascular system. Here's a really easy exercise that you can do daily that doesn't require any equipment, and it's really going to focus a little bit more on the muscles that will also aid you during sex. So the first one is going to be one of the best exercises that you can do, the squat. With this one, I'm going to show you how to do it unassisted, but if you do have a lot of balance issues or you just have a lot of weakness, I would recommend doing this exercise against a smooth wall with your whole backside flush against it for support. To get into position, what we're going to do is have our legs roughly hip width apart. You're going to have your toes pointed out just slightly. It takes a little bit of tension off the knees. From there, you're going to brace your core muscles. Again, it's like somebody poking you in your stomach, how you tighten up. You're going to hold that, and then you're going to squeeze the glutes to activate them. Take your hands, put them together like a praying position, and then press your hands into your chest. What this will do is help keep the back straight during this exercise, which is really important. Don't round your back with this exercise because it can really cause some pain. From there, we're going to put all of our body weight onto our heels. We're going to slowly bend our knees, and then we're just going to squat down as far as we feel comfortable. Challenge yourself to go down as far as you can. You should really feel the legs and the glutes start to fire. Once you feel that, you're going to drive your body weight up quickly, just like this. It's all about driving up quickly. What we want to do is this nice and quickly for about 20 repetitions. And with each repetition, challenge yourself to go down just a little bit further. With this exercise, it's all about building a sweat. We should really feel like our heart is pumping, that blood is flowing. But try to do this for about 20 repetitions if you're able to, or do the best you can. From there, take a breather and try to do 3 sets. So 60 total repetitions, or as many as you are able to do. You're really going to feel that in the legs. So with the second exercise, we're going to focus a little bit more on the glutes again, but also more into the pelvis. This is called a side-stepping lunge. Pretty easy to do. What you're going to do is start standing upright, have your body nice and straight, and you're just going to put your hands right on your hips. You're going to brace those core muscles, squeeze those glutes, and then step off to one side as much as you can. The side that you're stepping towards, your knee is going to be bent, but the other leg is going to be kept straight, and just lunge your body weight into it as much as you can. You should feel a really deep stretch on the inner part of your thigh, but more importantly, the glutes start to fire. Hold that for a brief second, quickly come back up like this, and then repeat on the other side. Again, it's all about speed. Let's get that blood flowing and that heart pumping. Do this one for 20 repetitions on both sides, or as much as you are able to. And then afterwards, take a breather and try to repeat this for 3 complete sets. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.